They say life is a race, but what they never tell you is that most of the time, you're not racing against others. You're racing against yourself, your fears, your doubts, your past. Every jump you take, every fall you survive, every time you stand up again, that's the real parkour. It's not about how fast you go, it's about how long you keep moving. When I first started playing Roblox parkour, I fell. Again and again and again. I remember thinking, maybe I'm just not good enough. But the truth? No one starts good enough. You become good enough one failed jump at a time. Every time I missed a jump, I learned something. Timing, patience, balance, control. It wasn't just a game anymore. It became a reflection of life itself. Every platform was a challenge. Every fall was a lesson. Every checkpoint was a small victory. You see, parkour, just like life, doesn't reward perfection. It rewards persistence. There were moments I wanted to quit. When the jump looked too far. When my hands were sweating, my heart was racing, and my mind whispered, "You can't make it." But that's when something powerful happened. I realized the only thing standing between me and success was fear. Fear of falling. Fear of failing. Fear of trying again. Once you stop listening to that fear, you're free. The funny thing is, success doesn't feel like fireworks. It feels like peace. It feels like landing that one jump you missed 100 times before. It feels like proving to yourself that you can. And maybe you've felt that too in your own way. Maybe you've been working on something for months and no one noticed. Maybe you've been trying to be better and it feels like no one cares. But listen, someone does care. You. You're the one who keeps going when no one's watching. You're the one who doesn't give up even when everything goes wrong. And that's what makes you powerful. There's something I learned after hours and hours of failing. Sometimes the hardest jump is the one that teaches you the most. You'll fail, you'll fall, you'll get frustrated. But one day, you'll make it. And that feeling, that single moment makes every fall worth it. When I started this parkour map, I thought it was just another challenge. But the more I played, the more it started to feel like life itself. Each level harder than the last. Each mistake costing more time. Each checkpoint feeling like a small breath of relief before the next big leap. And the truth is, we all have our own parkour maps. Some people's maps are short and simple. Some are endless and unpredictable. But the goal is the same for everyone. Keep moving forward. There are no shortcuts here. You can't skip levels. You can't cheat gravity. All you can do is jump, fall, and learn. And when you finally reach the top, you'll look back and realize every mistake was a step. Every fall was progress. Every I can't was slowly becoming I did. But here's the thing most people don't realize. Even when you reach the top, you're not done. Because life, just like this game, keeps generating new challenges. New maps, new obstacles, new lessons. And that's okay. Because that's how we grow. If you're watching this right now, maybe you're going through something hard. Maybe life feels like an impossible jump. Maybe you're tired of trying. But don't stop. Don't let one fall convince you that you'll never make it. You're closer than you think. You see, the moment you decide to stand up after falling, that's when you win. Not when you reach the end, not when everyone claps, not when you get the reward. You win the moment you refuse to quit. Because no one remembers the one who never tried. They remember the one who kept trying even when it hurt. There's this saying, the master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried. And that's true, not just in games, but in everything. Every person you admire started at zero. Every creator, every athlete, every dreamer, they all fell. What makes them different is that they got up. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep moving. One more jump. One more try. One more time believing you can. And if you keep doing that one day, you'll look back and realize you've come farther than you ever imagined. You'll stand on that last platform, look down at everything you overcame, and you'll smile. Because you didn't give up. Because you proved to yourself that you were stronger than your fear. That's the real win. Not the finish line. Not the applause. Not the view. The real win is becoming the person who never stopped climbing. So as you watch this parkour, remember, every jump you see, every fall, every checkpoint, it's a reminder. You can do it too. Your life is your map, and the path forward is waiting. You just have to keep running, keep jumping, keep believing. Because every small step counts. Every moment matters. And every time you fall, you're still one step closer to victory. This game taught When I reached the end of the first parkour, I thought it was over, but life doesn't stop when you win, it just changes the map. I looked ahead and saw another course, higher, colder, harder, and I realized you're never really done. Every ending is just a new beginning. You conquer one challenge and another appears. That's not punishment, it's proof that you're still growing, still alive, still hungry. The higher you climb, the lonelier it gets. Not everyone will keep up. Some will stop halfway. Some will tell you to slow down. But if you want to reach your next level, you have to move anyway, even if it means walking alone. Sometimes I looked down and thought, maybe I should stop here, but then I remembered how far I'd come. That fire that started it all, it was still there. The moment you stop chasing growth, you start falling backward. Success can make you comfortable. It whispers, you've done enough, but there's always more to learn, more to build, more to become. Parkour taught me that the next challenge isn't always about skill, it's about mindset. The jumps got longer, the falls deeper, but my focus sharper. Every mistake became information, every fall became motivation, and every restart a reminder that I still cared. Failure doesn't mean you're weak, it's feedback. It's the world saying, try again, but wiser. Once you see it that way, you stop fearing the fall and start respecting it. Checkpoints aren't signs of failure, they're proof you were brave enough to try. Most people never jump at all. They stare at the edge and say, what if I fall? But the real question is, what if you fly? Falling is just part of learning to fly. I remember climbing for 20 minutes and falling in 2 seconds. It hurt not my body, but my pride. I almost quit, but something inside whispered, you've done this before, do it again. So I did, and that second run was faster, calmer, better. Because I'd learned what the fall couldn't teach me any other way. Progress isn't always visible. Sometimes it's in the patience you didn't have before, in the calm you show after failure, in the focus you've built quietly over time. That's growth too invisible, but real. We often forget how far we've come because we're too focused on how far we have to go. But every time you got back up, you became someone stronger. Every try again was another brick in your foundation. I've learned that hesitation is more dangerous than failure because failure moves you forward, but hesitation keeps you stuck. When you see the jump, don't wait, go. The longer you stare, the heavier fear becomes. Jump first. Adjust mid-air. That's how you grow. Eventually, I reached the top again, but this time I didn't feel like I won. I felt grateful because every fall, every retry, every frustration had a purpose. They built something inside me that can't break anymore. Now I understand. You don't climb mountains to stand still at the top. You climb to see what else you're capable of. Every new level humbles you. Every challenge resets your hunger. Every success reminds you that you've earned it. The climb never ends, and that's beautiful. Because as long as there's another jump to take, another wall to scale, another dream to chase, you'll always have a reason to rise. So keep climbing, keep running, keep believing. Because someday, when you look back from a higher place, you'll realize it was never about the destination. It was about the strength you built on the way there.